Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot. Before I get into your readings, I just wanted to take a moment of acknowledgement that if you're still here and watching this, then you have held a great deal of patience for me as November and December were overwhelming for me, to say the least. And I wanted to offer apology to you for not being more present like my soul would have had me be more present. I have missed being here for all of you, more than any of you will realize. This will not happen again. I am changing things around in my life to ensure it, because at the end of the day, my soul family and my soul work and what I do, now more than ever, I'm very clear with myself that this is where I am meant to be and this is what I am meant to be doing, and it's meant to be with you. So thank you for still being here. Thank you for your patience. I am eternally grateful, and I look forward to being more consistently present for you. Enjoy the readings. I hope the hindsight serves you well. So Virgo, this is your November going into December and advice going into the new year reading. Now in November, you presented yourself as the King of Wands, very Sagittarian in energy. And I feel with the cards surrounding, right? We have the Two of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Emperor, and the Seven of Coins, which is clarified by the Knight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. I'm feeling as if you are between what is seemingly a rock and a hard place, not necessarily knowing what to do, because you have this Emperor energy over your head. It may be someone who is very dominating in their personality. It may be you. But it feels as if something is almost being held over your head. Okay. And you're defending yourself or attempting to take the high ground, or you're defending someone or something. And I'm feeling like it's in the family. Something is not to your standard of acceptable. What you've reaped is not what you've sown. Okay? It's very underwhelming. The reality that is. And I think that you're trying to communicate in a way that is very loving and conscientious and create opportunity, okay, in order to correct this underwhelming harvest or outcome. I definitely feel as if there's something or someone holding something over you and being very controlling in that way. And you don't like it, right? You're defending yourself and standing up for yourself, but you don't like that you have to do that. I don't feel like the Emperor is necessarily wrong either, which is why I think you go into this more of a fix-it mode. Because I don't feel like the Emperor is wrong. I think they're holding it over your head because it needs to be addressed, and they can't fix it, only you can. And you're being defensive, almost like you're taking your time on making an effort. And making an effort to communicate in a kind way or present an opportunity to be kind and mend things. I just feel like you're a little blind in that you don't know how the fuck you're going to do it, okay, in November. Definitely getting pressure put on you in order to heal something, possibly involved with the family. And you're defensive, right? You're defensive and you need time because you don't know how it's possible. Moving into December, you present yourself as the Lover's card. Okay, Geminian energy, a union within the self energy. I think you're making a higher choice because the energy here in December is much fuller. It's much brighter. We have the 10 of Cups here with the World card, the Queen of Cups, and the Princess of Wands, which is clarified by the Death card, the Queen of Wands, and the Hierophant. Ultimately, I think you are finding yourself in December much more fulfilled than November. Whatever needed correcting, whatever union needed to happen within the self, that the efforts would be made to receive what you wanted to receive as a result, I think have paid off. I think that the demons that you've carried within yourself are being highlighted by someone who is already whole within themselves. And I feel like they're coming in as this demon slayer, okay? Because if this, in this particular deck, the Mirror of the Soul Tarot, the World card is the universe, and the feminine energy on the card is holding up the snake to the eye of the one, the eye of source or the creator energy. And it's searing or burning a hole through the snake because this feminine energy, this figure, is holding the snake up, and literally the eye of the universe is staring right at it with this laser beam intent focus and giving the feminine energy a scythe or hook to remove the snake. It looks like a scythe, but it could definitely be a hook. And either way, the energy is the same. It's to remove the snake, remove the demon that is or would potentially devour whatever beautiful potential life you could create. Okay. Very strong feminine figure. It's definitely linked to this Queen of Cups energy. Someone who is super protective of you, and the knowledge that you obtain through them. They're a mothering energy, and they're veiled in light, and they have this incredible cosmic ripple, okay, all around them, exuding from them. As above and so below, they are exceptional, right? Their ability to nurture, this feminine energy and its ability to nurture is exceptional. And I think they're linked because these spirals of energy, these ripples of light energy coming off the Queen of Cups, the feminine figure inside the universe card, what would be her hair, it seems to match the ripple, and it's highlighted. So this energy, possibly someone with strong Cancerian energy or strong Scorpionic energy, especially if they have like a Venus in Scorpio, or higher knowledge that came from healing wounds in Scorpio in their chart. They're very trustworthy as far as helping you identify the soul scars that you were dealing with, right? These snakes, they're helping you address it and heal it. And because of this influence, you are definitely making good choices and feeling much better about things in general. You're feeling more full, more like you're living in a blessing as opposed to a nightmare, right? Now, this Princess of Wands energy, this is the soul spark or the transformation of the self, and I do feel very much like it's you moving into the new year. I think you're coming into a new version of you. I think you're putting these ending of the snake years, the years where you were dealing with these snakes behind you, dealing with the demons behind you. I think that you're moving into a whole new period towards the end of December. And I think it has a lot to do with this this very positive feminine surrounding energy. They may have strong scorpionic, Sagittarian, or Taurian placements, very significant fixed energy. They could have blessing type energy in the house of Aquarius, like Jupiter in Aquarius. They could have nodal points like North Node in one of the fixed signs, whether it's Leo, Taurus, Aquarius. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio, right? Again, Scorpio. They might have significant scorpionic energy. Because they're coming in with a very defensive position, a very protective position. The Queen of Wands in this deck radiates the archetypal energy of Athena. And Athena is a goddess of war, but not the provoking kind like Mars or Aries. It's a very defensive battle that gets won. She's very strategic, and she defends to win. She will not provoke, but she will defend. And in the end, she will win the war. So I feel as if you're going through this major transformation because of this feminine energy surrounding you. I guess I'm kind of hearing it like a fixed blessing. A fixed blessing. And I say she, it could be a he, but I'm definitely feeling she is a blessing in your life. Because she forces these transformations that are so necessary for you to find union within the self, for you to find divine light. It's like she's a slayer of the ghosts of your past, a slayer of the snakes. Again, this death card has a huge scythe, huge, and it's cutting through these ghost-like figures with all of these karmic cords connected to them. It's severing them and bringing about a divine light, right? It's bringing divine light with it. It's helping you find union, helping you get in touch with all of the elements of yourself and bringing them into alchemy and alchemization. Doesn't mean it doesn't come without its trials and tribulations. Or tests, for that matter, right? When the snake gets found, it could be sitting and chilling in the brush, and as soon as you find it is on the fucking defense. It is ready to attack. So, if your demons are being brought to the surface and the light is shining on them in the shadow, they're not going to go out without letting everybody know how unhappy they are that they were found. So, with that said, your guidance going into the new year is faith in the process. And it says, no matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. And at such times, we need divine intervention. A little help in the pulling of our trolley along, so to speak. When we are at the edge of our own limits and have no more personal resources, we might be left with only one spiritual power, that of faith. Fortunately, that is enough. As unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. That is because the invisible help is not limited by physical laws. It can shift, bend, and move in ways that defy limitation. It can affect, evoke, and influence situations through invisible but undeniably persuasive means. You are in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. This is not an indication that you have done something wrong, nor does this suggest that you are not strong enough. It is a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. Sometimes a bigger plan needs to manifest for the benefit of humanity and the earth. You need to shift your perspective to realize that you are part of the greater unfoldment of life, that your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you are not separate from its genius. This is what is happening now. You happen to be instrumental to the greater plan, and as such, you need to accept your position to be moved, while also being empowered and protected as you make personal progress through your role in that grander scheme. This is a time for humility and trust. You need complete faith in the processes and events that are happening. There is nothing to worry about. You will be moved most fully and easily, and with the most grace and assistance through your faithful surrender. Ironically, it is through this complete surrender in total faith that we become the most empowered. When we are no longer trying to impede the perfection of the greater plan, we can be aligned with and moved by the process. Having faith in the benevolence of life, rather than harboring the suspicion that life is seeking to catch us out, have a joke at our expense, or carelessly toss us about as though we mean nothing, then we can relax a little. Having faith in the process gives you space to be curious about what is taking place and to relax enough to be open to what we are most in need of, even if we aren't exactly sure what that is or how it can happen. The guidance from this oracle comes direct from the greater source of life itself. There is now an opportunity for you to be moved from the situation you are currently in to the next chapter in your life story. You can't do it on your own. It is too big a shift. It needs the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. You will need faith through. You may feel as though the wheels of your trolley are coming off, or that they are a bit rickety, but you must also understand that the voice of life is now coming straight to your heart with this message. Quote, I have resources you know not of. It is safe to trust in my ways and in my wisdom, for I love you, and I am guiding you into all that is rightfully yours. Know that what is rightfully yours and what your heart truly desires, and you need not fear loss. Nothing that is meant to come to you will be denied, and it is safe for you to let go and allow me to move you. Through faith, peace is restored, and you are able to know this and perhaps have some fun in the process. As a healing process, it offers to say aloud, so you can repeat after me in your mind if you like. I now ask that all disappointing experiences of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and will attract all that is needed into my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with gratitude and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to be a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love. So be it. Virgo, Those of you sitting here with strong Virgo energy, there's something bigger at work at play. It's for the highest good. If you gotta move, you gotta move. If things gotta change, they gotta change. Because if you don't move and things don't change, you'll never actually reach your greatest potential life, whatever that is. So it's okay. It's okay. The universe does what it does for a reason, and the reason is it loves you. And you can trust it. Because the universe, when it makes moves out of love, as it always does, it doesn't make any mistakes. So, I hope that helps, Virgo, as you move into the new year and that the hindsight is 2020 for you. This is Grace Nicole Myths signing off. My love and support are with you always. Please remember to love each other and most importantly, love yourself. Take care.